Okay, so here's Acoustic Wave out of the box, and just before we get into this, I do want to apologize. This is the second take of this video, so I want to apologize to everybody that might have seen the first video that I released earlier this morning. When I started this channel, I made a promise to myself that I would never rush out a video, and I'll be perfectly honest, I did rush out an Acoustic Wave video last night and put it up on YouTube this morning. There were some delays with me getting my Acoustic Wave in the mail, and because of that I was just trying to keep up with all the other reviewers that are out there that are already releasing Acoustic Wave videos, and I wanted to get the information out to you guys as soon as possible, but I didn't take the proper amount of time to check out the entire figure and look at the instructions to make sure I was giving you guys all the correct information. So there was a couple of steps that I missed in my original video. One of them was I had noted in my original video that I noted that the waist was very wobbly, and I thought the screw was loose here, so I had actually advised in the first video that you should go ahead and tighten this screw. Don't do that. That is not what you should be doing. There's actually these two metal tabs right here that need to come down and lock into place. I'll show you how that works when I get there. The other thing is that there's two white flaps on the inside of his legs that should be folded in. And I do want to give a shout out to John on YouTube, who noted this for me and put the comments in my original video to let me know that I had missed those, which is part of the reason why I'm redoing this video. One other thing was a buddy of mine had noted that his copy of Acoustic Wave came in the box and it was fully collapsed down in this position. You need to make sure that the upper torso from the legs is up in this position, otherwise you won't be able to complete the steps I'm going to show you, so just make sure that your torso is in the up position. So let's get into it. So what you'll notice when you take them out of the box, obviously, is the legs are backwards, a la Road King. So the entire upper torso will rotate around so that the legs are facing forward. In order to do that, you basically have to open up the entire midsection. There's a bunch of flaps, the front, the rear flap, which also has buttons, and the hip skirts need to be opened up. This panel is actually backwards. When it's on the back of the figure, you should be looking at this chrome die-cast piece, and I will show you how to get it in that position in a minute. And as well, the arms are not tabbed in properly, so there's actually a tab on the inside of the arm here, and it should go into this slot, so they need to be tabbed into place. And then finally, on the back of the figure is the backpack. This 90-degree piece that's here should actually be folded up into this area, and this panel that's here actually tabs into a slot that's in the back of the back, which again gives more stability to the upper torso, so that it is not doing this. So there's a lot of steps, so I'm going to walk you guys through this so you can see exactly how this is done. So the first thing I do is I get these two arms out of the way, and then we're going to take this panel and fold it down. Like I said, you do want to be able to see this die-cast piece. You want to take these two white panels, fold them underneath, and bring this up 90 degrees, get the hip skirts out of the way, go ahead and turn them around. We need to get the backpack out of the way so that we can get at this panel to open it and get it rotated. So you just want to open this up, pop the back up. There is a tab here in the crotch area. Just make sure it's not tabbed in underneath. I don't think it's actually possible. When mine came in the box, this was open like this, so it's fine, but just make sure that this isn't locked into place. So open it up, and you want to lift up all three of these panels. Don't lift these ones up too far. They'll actually impede the rotation of the upper torso. So now you just want to grab the entire upper torso and the legs, and without letting this, because this is supposed to be on the front, don't let that rotate. I'll double check here. See? So again, right, mine dropped down. If your torso is in the lower position, you won't be able to rotate it. So make sure that this is up, in the up position, and then you will be able to rotate. Be able to rotate this around. Okay. And then once you have him rotated around, then of course you can just go ahead and put the hip skirts down, bring these panels down. That tab that I was talking about in the crotch, that does go and lock up underneath. Keeps everything together. And we'll go to the back. So these are the two metal flaps I was just mentioning, so these should actually fold down. That locks the waist into place, so now it doesn't have that wobble. This panel, like I said, this die cast piece should be facing backwards, so it actually rotates around 180 degrees right here at this hinge point. It's not immediately obvious, and it is a little stiff the first go around, so just give a little bit of pressure, but it will rotate around so that it looks like this, and then this part will collapse down under those tabs, and this panel will come up so that it's looking like that. So that fixes the legs and the waist. Then we'll go to the backpack. So like I said, this part here with this panel, so you actually want to fold this panel up and then rotate this entire piece 90 degrees so that this is just sticking out, and like I said, it goes into a slot that's just below where the backpack collapses to. So you can go ahead and close up the backpack, which then locks the upper torso into place. Then we'll do the arms. So warning, the first time I did this, it was extremely difficult. It required a lot of pressure to get that tab into that slot, so don't be afraid to apply some pressure here. It is going to give you that nice satisfying crunching sound that we all love from our more expensive figures. I found that this one here was a lot harder and required a ridiculous amount of force, but there it is. It will pop into place. And then finally, like I said, the last part is these white flaps on the inside of the leg should actually be folded in. In order to do that, you need to pop the kneecaps out so they just rotate forward like that, which then allows you to, sorry, just give me 1 sec. There we go. That'll allow you to rotate that flap out, flip the white panel in, and then put the blue panel back, put the knee back into place. Same thing on the other side. Just bring the knee out, unlocks the blue panel, fold in the white panel, put the blue panel back, put the knee back. And then, last but not least, I am going to show off the shoulder cannon, because what is Acoustic Wave without his shoulder cannon? I typically do this, you know, show off the accessories when I'm doing the actual review video, but I figure Acoustic Wave should have a shoulder cannon. One tip is when you're putting it on the peg that's here at the top of the shoulder, leave it closed. This does actually open up, but just leave it closed, because when it's open, it actually lets the part that pins onto the peg collapses up inside the cannon when you're trying to push it on. So leave it closed. Go ahead and put it onto the peg on the shoulder, and then once you have it on, then you can open it up, and that'll give you your flexibility to maneuver it around. And there you go, Acoustic Wave out of the box. Thanks again, guys. Apologize for the first video, but there it is. Just a reminder, everybody, my push to 1,000 giveaway is still going on, so don't forget to comment below in this video. If you comment push to 1,000, you'll get entered into a draw for a Quintesson t-shirt. When I hit 600 and 700 and 800, etc., etc., etc. subscribers, I'll put you all in a draw for a t-shirt, and when I hit 1,000, somebody's going to win an FT Apache or an FT Iceman, your choice.